Well, good morning, Jeff. I think to your question, really what investors are weighing up here is some of the positive news that we now have in the bank from Q3 earnings season against the prospect for a deterioration in the outlook for the pandemic, quite simply. And so it feels to me like when we're looking at Q3 numbers today, they already feel like they're quite a long way back in the past. And that really now the key factors driving markets are going to be progress in controlling this new wave of the pandemic and the potential news on vaccine trial results that we could be expecting at any point really over the next couple of weeks. So I think it's understandable in that context that some stocks are perhaps not getting the rewards that you may have seen in previous earnings quarters, given how just simply long ago Q3 now feels.
So in your interpretation of that then, as long as we remain in limbo around higher infection rates and a lack of a vaccine on the horizon, we will continue to see underperformance around better earnings numbers?
So, I think that's clearly what we've seen so far. Now, if you take a sector such as the banks, clearly there is some optimism in those numbers. If I think sort of breaking down why the banks have struggled so far this year, really, it's three factors. You've got the interest rate outlook pressuring profitability. You've got the concerns that investors have around the need for large loan loss provisions. And then you have some of the challenges, particularly in Europe, around returning capital to shareholders. And now if I break down those three factors, I think you can see that the rate outlook still looks pretty difficult for the banks, but we've had progress on loan losses and capital return prospects from across the European banking sector, really, over the past couple of weeks. So that, to me, suggests that the outlook is starting to become clearer and that you can start to line up some of the catalysts for a rotation in the market towards some of the more beaten-up sectors that we've had so far this year. But until you're confident that you know the outlook for the pandemic is looking more straightforward, I think you're going to struggle to see that rotation really take hold.